Okay, so we have an extra credit opportunity here. Price list, math samples with absolute references. And this is an introduction to absolute references, sort of. I downloaded it. I'm going to open it. I'm going to tell Excel to stop helping me. Thanks. Okay, so price list of stuff I sell. So I have items here. And currently I'm doing a 7 or 10% off sale. Let's change that one to 10. And I am using formulas in Excel so that I can do a change. So this week it's 10% off. You know, we're in February trying to get rid of this stuff. Oh, next week we still aren't getting rid of it. Let's go to 25%. Okay, and all those prices change. Next week, 30% off. Great. Okay, so I can automatically do this because all of my price list things, items, etc., are all using whatever percentage I've put up here. I'm going to go back to 10 again. When I am making my spreadsheets at the beginning, I put in sample data that is easy. And I use tens and hundreds so that I can glance at it and I know that it's correct. So I don't put difficult, funny numbers like 67 and 23, you know, prime numbers and stuff, and weird numbers. I just have nice, easy numbers so I can see immediately if I'm correct. So that's part of using Excel better and easier. I have a hat. It is $5. And I am calculating how much the person would save. And then I am saying, here is how much they would pay. I need to do that in order to get this information. So how much is the person going to pay? They're going to pay $4.50. I get there by saying, what is 10% of $5? So there we go, 10% of $5. And then I say, what is the original price minus the savings? Okay, so that is what this spreadsheet is doing. And I can see the colored up versions of these formulas by double clicking in the cell. I can also see it in black and white up here, or if I only click once, then I see it up there. Okay, but the colors are extremely useful. Those are not training wheels for beginners. Those are for everybody with your basic standard issue human brain. So I am going to now delete this and create it. And one thing you're going to notice is there's some dollar signs in here. And remember, even though this is a price list and yeah, it's talking about money, when the dollar signs are in the cell reference, $sign B, $2, it means absolute reference. It doesn't mean money in this case. And the fact that my percentage is red and my price is blue is irrelevant. It does not matter. First thing that you click on is blue. Second thing you click on is red. So understand that before we get started. Otherwise, nothing magical can come from this. Like if you didn't know Marley was dead at the beginning of A Christmas Carol. Okay, savings. How do I figure out how much the savings is? Well, the savings for hat, that is what this cell is. This cell is the savings for hat, is the intersection of savings and hat. So this is, that sounds like equals. This is hat times, which is always the asterisk, always and only the asterisk, times, how much am I timesing it by? 10%, great, hit enter. 50 cents, okay, good, that sounds right. And then the sale price, how much is the person actually going to pay, equals the original price minus how much are they saving? Hit enter. Fabulous. And then I'm going to grab these guys and highlight both of them. Remember, first cell highlights different than all the rest of the cells after it, right? I'm going to grab these two and I'm going to drag them down. Skinny black plus, skinny black plus over the extend or fill handle. Drag, 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 let go. Kaboom. All right, blammo. Now this is how I actually do this. I make my formula once, I yank it down, and then I see which part explodes. Okay, so I'm going to double click this. It says pound symbol, value in caps, exclamation. Oh my goodness. And then up here, it's like nothing useful. But if I double click, oh, blue times red, number times text, and it's in the wrong area. I want blue, yeah, blue I want to slide. So this came down, this is the blue that belongs to scarf, yay. But oh my goodness, I want it to multiply by that. Every single time, absolutely. So I'm gonna back up to my original formula. I'm gonna fix it up here. I'm gonna highlight this. I'm gonna do Marcelino's favorite thing, which is try to put in F4, which we can't do on Chrome hardly at all. So I'm going to do function F4, and it's going to just stick the numbers in there, okay? Now, if we're outside of SimNet, which I am at the moment, I can just, you know, it wants exactly precisely the same motions. I can just put in, I can just type in my $signs. So if I really, really can't get that to work on my particular tablet or Chromebook or whatever, I can simply type those in. Okay, I hit enter. Nothing else has changed. Notice how nothing else has changed? And that's because these things are not linked. Now I'm going to grab this. I should want to highlight both. Let me see if I fixed both or if I fixed just one. I'm going to extend down. Boom. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, I do not have any obvious errors. It's not screaming at me about anything. It doesn't have any great big huge numbers indicating that it's totally wrong. I'm going to double click scarf again. That looks good. Blue and red are in the right places. Yay. I'm going to go over here. This looks like it's fixed. Let's double check. Double click. Oh, hey, that's good. Okay, so this column doesn't need any absolute references because here everything should slide down. I want scarf's original price and I want scarf's savings. I want to subtract the saving from the original. That doesn't even need an absolute reference. Let me just double check this guy. Yeah, this guy's cool. That guy's cool. You know, and I might do some extra checking like I just did when I'm first creating my spreadsheet. Because I'm going to set this up and then I'm going to, once this is perfect, I will delete out my fake items and my fake prices, and I'll put in my real items, lollipop, for $2.59 or whatever insanity I've got going on, right? This would be a terrible number to be trying to do my original calculations off of because I look at that and I look at this. I have no idea if that's correct. I don't know if that's correct. I don't instantly know it's correct. Could I figure it out? Yes, I can math. But I want to make my life easy. Okay, so that's one way of doing this. And I kind of like this because you see exactly what the savings is. And then as I change this, if we want to just do 50% off, great. 50 is also a great percentage to start with because, boy, these things ought to be the same, right? How much you save and how much you pay is going to be the same because that's what 50%, that's what half means. Okay, now another way of doing this that is fancier, and you will see this all the time. And this was one of the exercises in the homework previously. So current sale is 10%, exactly the same sample items, but we only have one column here. So what I've done is I've included this savings calculation inside of this sales price. And the way I did that was I said blue original price times, in parentheses, remember order of operations from math class, normally multiplication would be done first. So if I didn't put parentheses, it would be blue times 1 Well, that doesn't do anything because anything times itself is the same thing. Not what I meant. Instead, I need this 1 minus red to happen. Okay, so what we're calculating is I need to figure out, so up here, I'm figuring out the amount that we're saving. So that's how much are you saving percentage times the item. Easy peasy. But down here, I'm trying to figure out how much is left over. So if you save 10%, that means you're paying 90%. Okay? So I'm trying to derive, I'm trying to math, figure out how much I'm paying based on how much the savings is. So the way I do that in my head is I say, well, let's see, 100% is what I start with, minus 10% is 90%, right? So the way I do that in Excel is I say 1, that's the tricky bit, 1 minus this percentage. And that works because 1 is the same thing as 100%. Like you have 100 cents in a dollar, a penny is also a cent, percent, it's all kind of related. Okay, so I say 1 minus this. So this is going to say 90% because 1 minus 10% is 90%. So this is how this is very often written. If you think that that's a little too confusing, you can say 100% minus red, which is going to be 10%. Okay. So I could also write it this way with, in my opinion, it's less confusing. So I am not an accountant. I don't do this stuff all day long every day. So to me, this makes more sense. For accountants and folks like that, the 1 works really good for them because that's how they do things all day long every day. So this is another way of doing it. That is a thing that you will very often see, and that is what it means. All righty. Go forth. Make good life decisions.